So, I've got this stone. It's an opal from Lightning Ridge. It's called a nobby opal. So it sort of forms in like a shape of a stone, but inside there's some gem quality opal in there. So I'm wearing these because I'm going to be looking very closely at this, so I like to have supervision. Right, so there's some nice colour in this area here, and it goes around there, and then this grey stuff's called potch. It's kind of like a glass type consistency, and so is the opal inside. And this stone's formed with a load of sand in it in these areas here, but I'm hoping that inside here is a layer about that thick of crystal, because you can see it there as well, with like the gem quality opal, and it comes all the way around there. This colour there, this colour there, there, look at that. So it's quite promising. There's also colour in other places as well. There's a colour a bit further down here below that bar, and then on this side there's something straight under there, but it's going to be all messed up with this sand. And then there's something again that's running, you know, so if I take that off there, I wouldn't be surprised if there's something nice under there as well, but it's probably gonna be full of sand because of the state of it up there. So the best bet is to get to the face and potentially get a stone out of it. I think it's gonna be from this side. Can't really see anything in here apart from sand, a little bit of colour further up as well, but there's colour all over the stone, which is quite strange because you normally just find it in one layer. But see, that's quite deep, that's going down to there, and so down to there, and up to about this level. You can see it there, so yeah, you can see colour there. So that could be quite a bit of like gem quality opal in there. I'm hoping anyway, because it was quite an expensive stone. I've not bought a stone as expensive as this. The guy I bought it off, he's already had a rub at it with you'll see the tools I'm using in a minute, like a diamond tip rotary tool on a Dremel, and he's decided to sell it because he hasn't really got any bigger tools to work it with, and probably just an easier profit for him really, because it could go completely wrong. If this sand is right the way through the good stuff, then it could be a total loss. And you can see there that, you know, this is going into the colour, that goes into the colour. You can see that like dips down inside the colour, so that's going in that way. God knows that bit's coming down, so God knows what all this stuff's doing. You know, it's sitting right on top of where the best possibility is. And then the only other option is, do I carve a skull out of it? I'm gonna have a clean about anyway and try and inspect into it a little bit more. And I've got the Dremel set up and a rotary tool with the diamond bit, and I've got well, it's actually a knife sharpener that I use. I haven't got proper tools really for doing this professionally on a big scale, but I've got will tackle it. So yeah, let's give it a go.
Oh no!
You can see inside there that there's sand dipping down through this colour bar. There's bits of colour kicking about all over the place, but there's sand everywhere. It's not looking good. This whole end really, you can see inside there as well, it's full of sand through the bits that have got colour. Oh, I hope this is going to cut something. That bit's worrying in there because that's the best bit that I can see of it so far. Look at that sand there. Just piles right into it. So it does look like there's colour running from there to there, but I don't know how deep that potch goes in. This corner here, been grinding away at that. And then at this side, you've got sand going into it there as well. So this could very well be right into the stone, right the way through it. I'll just have to keep on grinding at it anyway, so let's go with it. So now that it's smoothed off and it's all sort of an even surface and it's got through some of that crust on the top, you can really see in detail there like how deep that sand goes in. It's very, very mixed up. I'd say it's going to be really mixed up right up until this point. It's looking like this area here, starting to see the edge of that bar there, but then there's that colour bar there, but then there's colour in the potch underneath it as well. When I get a bit deeper into it, one possibility is going in with the Dremel and cutting, instead of trying to get a stone out of it like an oval cabochon stone, I can carve into it and carve around all this stuff, and then at least I can still keep some of the gem opal. It's too sandy to do a full skull. I could, this sounds hard I guess, but I want to reveal more colour. It's like a puzzle, because like which is better, the top of like that bar there, or do I tackle it from there or there? With the look of this, I think that this is the better side. Debating on whether to just chop that. I'll have a look under here and then probably just slice that off. So, it's not really looking very good. Possibly something under here. Everything, that colour that we could see in that top bit, there's bits there. Scattered all the way through the stone, but not very strong colour up here. And then on this bit there, colour's like climbing up into the, quite a way. There might be a stone over here. I don't think it's worth carving it because, well, it's full of this crap. So to save a bit of time, I think I'm just going to chop this bit off here. I might chop this bit off the bottom as well. This is a mess as well. So I'm just going to use this marker to put a line through where I want to cut. don't want to go too far, and I'll grind through the rest of it. So I'm using this battery powered Dremel. Well, that was scary. Okay, so there's still no colour there, but there's a hell of a lot less stuff to grind off. I think I'm going to do the same with that side. I may as well while we're here. Right. So the most colour I can see there is my green pen. Back on the grinding wheel. Right, so this is the face that we're going to be looking at. There's a lot of cracks in there still, the sand's just right down in there. It's probably going to be right the way through that bit. But it does look quite thick, the colour bar, so just have to see. So, it looks like we're alright with the sand going into it. That bar that was looking quite thick is rapidly disappearing there. Obviously it is showing over here as well, and there's not as much sand. So it's possible there might be something under there, but look at that colour. But it could just be nothing, it could just be all like this. And if it was, I'd probably either leave it as is and just keep it as a nice picture stone. It's not as if it's not nice to look at, it's just it's not worth as much as it might have been. But it could still make a, especially if that made a Santa Claus face, look at that, it's got a beard and 2 eyes. Or obviously I could then carve something into this and delete the sand, and but then you're just going to find more sand. So I could maybe carve like a skull face into it, and the colour will be shown right the way through, but so will the sand obviously. We'll see. I'm going to take this bit off now, just work that a little bit. The other thing as well is the potch, the grey material looks like that's going up into it, but just have to see. Yeah, it's really not looking good. Nice colour everywhere. Looks like a flagstone pattern in that area there. Be nice if that would come off. I can go down a bit further there. I'll go a little bit more at that side. So the sand's clearing up a little bit. There's still a few bits of sand, but this other stuff's a bit more potchy. It's just like grey potch, like grey potch. But still not good to have it there, but it's good to see that we're getting away with the sand. Probably going to get these bits out as well. You can see there's a little bit of colour under there. But it's like these bits here, how thick is it? I've got no way of telling because the bar of colour that was going around it doesn't seem to really be a bar. It's all over the place. Potch is coming up through from underneath and from above, and then there's sand everywhere. That sand there could be, God knows how deep that goes into it. You know, that could be coming back up from underneath. I'm just going to keep on going though. There's still a possibility of something, like a stone possibly there. You know, draw a circle there, but I'd rather not to kind of chase that, to be honest with you. Like, I think I could make a nice picture stone out of it. I mean, it looks cool. It's maybe not going to be a high value, you know, black opal, but certainly looks good. If I can get this sand out, it'll all polish. You can't polish the sand and get a shiny surface, but if it's all this darker grey stuff, I'd say that'll polish because it's quite hard, so whatever it is. But yeah, it's getting clearer. Keep going. Colour that was over here on this corner, and this just proves my point with the, might lose it, we don't know how thick it is. The colour that was shown on this corner, we've now lost that with knocking this top off here. It's showing more over here, but that colour on that corner has now vanished, and I think that was where the really bright bit was. Yeah, it was. Again, there's colour underneath that potch there, so there still might be something under that corner, but you can see that comes down to a bit further. But so it's very, very uneven. Hoping that that doesn't happen here, because you know, if I can get this bit of sand out and still working its way at that's still got a little bit of depth to it. So, but this end seems to be dying a little bit from there. We'll see. Keep grinding. Well, as you can see, it's quite a mess. There is colour, but it's broken up in every direction. There's potch running through that way, potch running straight up through it. The sand's getting smaller. There's colour over here, so I'm wondering if I roll this edge over, bring it in a little bit from the edge. It does look like there's colour under there, but yeah, there is. It does look like that goes under that way, so
probably afford to, because it's getting to the point where if I take too much more off, I'll end up with nothing. This is quite interesting though, really. You can see inside it, still a little bit of sand. I don't think I'm going to lose that bit. It would be nice to keep that part of the stone if it's just going to be a picture stone, or I could just, if I was to chop that there, or grind it off and bring that in a little bit, I might get a, you know, a stone without the white bits if I can get that. I don't know. Best scratch card in the world, these things. Well, I think that's as far as we can go. Not all bad. Still got a stone out of it, but could maybe go a bit more down on that top. Just try and face it. There is something under there, isn't there? A little bit more. Cleaning these edges. So that's about it for shaping the stone up. I don't think we can get anything more out of it. Get that hump up there a little bit. Hope I don't go through there. Got that bit of sand out, but that bit's not wanting to come out. I just don't want to go any deeper. It's a cool stone with some nice colour. It's a shame to get it clean. It's good fun though. So just get that little pump off and then be sanding it. So that's the final shape. Some lovely colour in there. It's a shame it didn't cut a nice stone. I could cut, like I say, this end off and get a reasonable stone that would probably cover the value of what the rough stone cost, but I kind of like it how it is. I like the shape. It's kind of ironic really, because I had a problem with my lungs last year. This time last year I was in hospital having an operation, getting a bad bit of my lung cut off, and it kind of looks like a lung, and one end's bad and one end's alright, not too bad, a bit like my lungs. I'm going to call it the lung, one for my collection.